Hello. In this video we will see how to configure different access privileges based on groups using a single service tunnel and a single policy. Let's see how. To configure it, we will start by generating the roles. We do this within the roles directory menu and create our first role. We will call it staff. And we assign an attribute that will be the membership group of Entra ID. We click on Save and we are going to create a second role that we are going to call Users. And here we also select by group. In this case, it is a group that does not yet exist because no user has logged in. So we write the name exactly the same and there will be no problem when assigning users to it. Once we have the two roles, we access private access and we are going to create the policy that our service tunnel will use. We create a tunnel policy and give it a name, corporate. Tunnel policy. Okay, here we are going to give the name to the first access group. The first one is going to be user access and we select a role. We are ignoring the trust level and we are only going to give users access to this IP address and only to port 3389, which is RDP. We save the configuration and edit again. Once we edit again, the system allows us to create another access group. We already have the user's access and we are going to define the second access group. We are going to call this one IT access. We are going to remove the space just in case. We add the role at staff. And in this case we are going to give access to all IP addresses. And all ports and protocols. There it is. All protocols. We save the configuration and we already have the policy with two access groups, each one of them applied to a role. The next thing we do is create a service tunnel with the name corporate tunnel. We add the connector. And at the very bottom we find the policy assignment and select our policy. Here corporate policy. We uncheck automatic login because I want to do it manually and we save. We have now configured cloud security to work this way. Now let's log in with the user Erica in the company as if it were the first time she's logged in. Here we have it, Erica at sonicpain.net. This is against Enter ID. And once we've logged in, we see that when the application refreshes, the corp tunnel appears, which is the corporate tunnel. We see the IP address that the connector gives us and we see that the user, in this case Erica, is using the correct role, which is users. At this point we can test it. We're going to set up or connect the service tunnel and the users have access through RDPC, which is the one you're seeing here. And we see that when I try to connect, the system asks me for credentials, right? Let's log in. And yet, that's all it can do. If we try to do a pin to that same IP address, we see that Cloud Secure Edge is preventing that traffic. Let's close Erica's session, for which we have to deconfigure the company and re-enter it. And in this case we're going to use the user Carlota. Here we will have to write the name because I do not have the session. It is Carlota at sonicpain.net. We click on Next, Password. And we are already logged in. Same procedure as before. When the application refreshes, we will see that we have the corporate tunnel, the same addresses that the connector gives us. And when clicking on connect, we see that since it is part of IT, it maintains connectivity because it accesses absolutely everything, and also the PIN responds. Of all this that we have generated, as always there are security events in Cloud Secure Edge, and here we are going to look specifically for the block that Eric has suffered. Let's expand the full message by scrolling down, and we will find the information on what has been attempted. In this case, here it is ICMP protocol traffic. And if we scroll down a little more, we will see the destination. So this is the traffic that has specifically been blocked. Everything else has been allowed. We have achieved this with a single service tunnel and a single policy. And that's it for today's video. I hope that as always it has been useful to you, and any comments, the YouTube comments box. Thank you very much.